Welcome to the ABCs of Great Gift Basket Ideas, hosted by Sandy Gill, America's queen of the gift basket industry. And now, your hostess for the ABCs of Great Gift Basket Ideas, Sandy Gill.
Hi, I'm Sandy Gill, and welcome to my video presentation, The ABCs of Great Gift Basket Ideas. Designing and creating gift baskets can be fun, but profitable too. I'm going to show you some of the product that we use for this, which I call Sparkling Nights. These are some of the products that we're going to use. Chocolates, a chocolate champagne, candy. These are also candies that I've used. Notice these are casino chips. These are cards. That's because I've themed this with a Las Vegas theme. I have coffees. I have some crackers. I've got star and iridescent paper. I've already created my bow. I've got garland. I've got some chocolate coins. And then I have my Scotch tape. I also have something that we can tie this off with. You can actually buy this at your local hardware store. I have a heat gun. And I have some wire that we'll use. And now we're going to put this creation together. The first thing that we're going to do is start by laying this box down. If you'll notice, I've used a lot of boxes. It makes it very easy to put together. And then we're just going to build it almost like a stack. I'm going to place this on top of my box, and I'm going to secure it with a little bit of Scotch tape. You don't want to make a tape basket, but you do need enough to secure your product. Now, you're going to be an architect. Next, we're going to put the box of cookies, more Scotch tape so that we're secure. I'm going to come up the side just a little bit with this. You can see that I'm going to secure it from here, from my chocolate champagne to my box, okay? Next, I'm going to place my coffees here, and again, we're going to secure it with Scotch tape. But you notice I'm not using a tremendous amount of Scotch tape, just enough so that it feels secure. It doesn't have any give to it. Next, my box of chocolates, and notice I'm going to make sure this has such a pretty bow that I'm not going to mess up that really pretty bow. I'm going to leave it right there. My Scotch tape, and I'm securing it again. It doesn't really take a lot. Now, my chocolate casino chips. Do you get the idea I like chocolate? I'm going to place that right in the front. Secure it down to the front of your box. And you can place a little bit of the tape right here also. Now notice that when I use these, they're chocolate cards. I'm going to put this at an angle. You notice I'm not putting it flat. I'm putting it just a little bit at an angle. That gives it more depth, gives it more perceived value. And just a little bit of tape does that. See how simple, and it's only taken us a matter of minutes to do this. Now let me show you a trade secret. The coins that I have here, I'm going to show you how we put those together. You take 3 coins. I'm going to slide this aside just a little. And notice it is stable. It doesn't move and give when I moved it. Now we have the 3 coins here. I'm going to put one on top. And then we're just simply going to grab that trusty Scotch tape, and we're going to tape it together. Everybody's going to think this is so clever. It always gets rave reviews when we do this. And you don't have to do it with a Las Vegas theme. You can do it with anything. It's a great honeymoon gift. When you go to those wedding showers, you'll be the hit of the shower, trust me, when you make one of these. Everybody will remember what gift you gave, a sparkling night. Okay? And that's how that's put together. Quick and easy. So I already have some made. One will go here at an angle. You notice not everything is like little marching shoulders. We've used some angles and different heights. With just a little bit of tape here. And then the other one, we're going to put right here, again at an angle. Just a tad more there. There. How long did that take us? Not long at all. Very simple, very easy, but it certainly makes a statement. Now the next step that we're going to do, we're going to wrap our sparkling night. Let me show you an idea, another trade secret. This is simply a Lazy Susan that you can pick up at any hardware store, kitchen store, but it makes it very easy to work on. You take your Lazy Susan. I'm going to show you the side and the back of the sparkling night that we just made. You can set it on your Lazy Susan and you can turn it. Now here's the side view and the back view of what we just made, okay? Now the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to use shrink film on our sparkling night. I'm going to take it off our Lazy Susan and move this aside. This is actually shrink film. It's folded in the center. I'm going to open it up so that it's wide. We're going to move our gift out of the center of the table so that we have a little more room to work with. And then we're going to lay this almost at an angle. You don't want it square. Almost at an angle. And the next thing that you need to do is before you get started, cut your little twist ties so that you have them ready. It's like being prepared, which I'm not always. I have my twist ties ready now. I'm going to set our gift into the center of our shrink film, and then we're simply going to pull it up. We have height here. This is where we want our height to show, okay? So I'm going to start by pulling it up. Notice I'm taking the corners. Pulling this around, and then we're going to pull it all up. Take this side. I'm pulling it tight in the front so that we have a very clear picture of our product. It makes a much better presentation that way. I'm going to use just a little Scotch tape on this piece right here to secure it. Now, that twist tie that I got ready earlier, see how it came in handy? Because I had my hands full. Just going to twist this off right here. There. Now, that's the first stage of wrapping our gift. Now, we're going to put on the finishing touches to give it a lot of pizzazz. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some iridescent paper and I'm actually going to crinkle it up like this in a ball. And no, I didn't destroy it. Look at the different colors that it gives to this. I'm going to spread it out so that you can see it. And this beautiful paper. Now, I'm going to actually make it like a handkerchief. You know when you go to a restaurant and you see the napkins in the glasses? It's kind of the same effect. Just pick it up in the middle. Twist it. Is that too easy? Now you can Scotch tape this together if you like. That way it stays more secure. Get this Scotch tape closer to me here. Okay, and you notice I'm just going to tape the bottom of it. Just fluff it up nice and pretty. And then I'm going to slip it right down in the top. Remember when we pulled this big puff up? Now I'm just going to nestle this right down into the center of it. I'm going to bring it up. And here again, if you wanted to, you could use Scotch tape. Since I already have a twist tie cut, I'm going to use a twist tie again. We're going to twist it, tie it off in the back. Now, see the height that it gives it? People buy with their eyes. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, as I said earlier, this is shrink film. We're going to use a heat gun, which will shrink the film. Notice that I keep the gun moving at all times, because if you don't, you'll burn a hole in the film. Also notice that I don't come too close to the top, because it will actually shrink the top of your film.